Right, let's talk Matariki. You can see we're at the observatory, and this is the giant, what's it called?
The Giant Zeiss telescope.
That's right.
That's it.
But you don't need a telescope.
Do not need a telescope to see Matariki. In fact, one this size would actually be a little bit problematic.
Because you use your camera. You're taking pictures with the kids with the camera.
Yeah, just little ones. Yeah, exactly. So the big telescope means you get a really, really short view. You get, it's not like short view, a very, very deep view. But Matariki is a fairly good-sized asterism. It's called an asterism, and rather than a constellation, we use the A word. And it's one of those things, if you look too close, you just see more and more and more and more and more stars. There's 4,500 stars in that little asterism have been catalogued and given a name. That's just the ones that have been named.
Where do we look?
We always look to the northeast. We always look to the northeast before sunrise. And this time of year, because it's so late, Matariki is much later in the year this year. As a consequence of that, we can all, with a bit of focus, get up and see high where Matariki is. Normally we're looking right down close to the horizon, much harder to see. But now it's quite high, dark and clear skies, of course, and you're all in for a treat. We've got Venus, the sky marker as well. You can look for Venus, brightest thing in the northeast. A couple of fingers across, and onto the left-hand side of your fingers, you're just going to be able to see a little set of sparkles, basically, little sparkles coming out of the sky.
And just quickly, we are getting wrapped, but in terms of what it does for the Māori calendar, it is their calendar, and it shows 10-month cycle, doesn't it? Can you explain that?
Well, it's actually 12 and a bit month cycle altogether. Matariki comes up and is visible for at least 10 and a bit of those. As that little bit is what balances and resets the Maori calendar each year, and Matariki is key to that.
So that goes underneath us, comes back up to the side, and that's the Māori New Year.
It kind of comes underneath, yeah, that's good.
Kind of good. I think I might have missed completely.
Underneath is really relative, so it depends where you are on the planet.
I see what you're saying.
That's all.
Did that clear it up, guys? An understanding there. Look to the northeast. I think that's